television show hosting a show for the New Jersey School of Dramatic Arts. If you're not familiar with that location, it is located right there on Bloomfield Avenue in Bloomfield, New Jersey. Miss Beth Bauer, the fantastic director and actress that she is, wanted to do a Zoom show to bring forth actors from across the country. We have like 4 different states up in here. And of course, you have your girl HDL representing Nuyrocian Poets Cafe. If you can hear me well out there in the Zoom universe, please put a thumb up so I can see you. Thumb up, thumb up, thumb up. Yes, I like how that sounds. Now, for those of you who do not know, this is a fundraiser. You know what fundraiser means? It means we got to raise up some money, honey. All right, so New Jersey School of Dramatic Arts, just like many other theatrical institutions around the world, they are having, they want to keep their doors open after the pandemic. But check this out, right? Even though it's a pandemic, they have been doing online Zoom classes. You can have the actors prepare. You can do all types of stuff, improv, right online. And all you need to do is go to NewJerseyActors.org. We're going to throw that up in the chat section soon. So don't even worry about it. And I'll be shouting it out throughout the night. Our hashtag for tonight, hashtag Spread Good Drama. If you are on Facebook or any social media, we are broadcasting live right into Facebook, right into YouTube. So please share that link with your friends and family and your individual that you know in social media, because we want to raise more money. We want to raise as much money as possible today. We want to keep the doors open for the New Jersey School of Dramatic Arts. And I am enamored. Okay, and I can say this from the bottom of my heart, because I was sneaking in on tech rehearsal earlier. You all are in for a shocker right here, boy. We're about to blow your brains away in a good way. And hopefully, as the night go on, you'll be inspired to donate even more money. What did you say out there in Zoom world? How does one donate money? I'm so glad you asked. Go to NewJerseyActors.org and you can donate money. Don't give me any money because I'm going to use it to buy shoes. I'm just letting you know. Amazon Prime and UPS has been at my house one time too many during the pandemic. So we want the money to go to NewJerseyActors.org. Okay, for those of you who are joining in, I'm Helena D. I'm your host this evening. Beth Bauer has her mic muted. Maybe she'll peek in, maybe she won't. I'm going to harass you, Miss Beth. I just want to put that out there. Okay, now I see
you
Kay.
Do it.
Yeah, I see Joan. I see Stephen. I see Kristina. I seen Bobby Shake's iPhone. Okay, I see Frank, I see Jason from the Nuyrocian, I see Mary, I see all of our features and our fantastic highlighters and performance today. So we're going to get started. Please, once again, share this, share this, share this. This night is called The Show Must Go On. Isn't that so appropriate during these times? You know, because I can't speak for everybody on here, but I can speak for me. Without the arts, I think I will be going crazy. You know, I need to see stuff like this. I need to be connected to the artistic community. I need to vent and tell people what's pissing me off. Okay, so how we're going to do the show is we're going to call upon the person who will be going first, second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth, seventh, eighth, ninth, 10th. Okay, I'm going to ask them to introduce themselves, 30 seconds or less. Okay, they're going to do their monologues, and then I might have a comment or two. Okay, because for those of you who do not know me, you know I am a licensed clinical alcohol and drug counselor. I'm also a licensed clinical social worker, and I also have my doctorate in social work. So I'm going to be commenting a lot about the current state of affairs. And if you have not registered to vote, I need you to vote. I don't care who you vote for. Well, I do care who you vote for, okay? But I just don't want to be biased. How you doing, okay? But I want you to vote. Now, I have my list. All right, now, Kristina Miller. Let me find. Oh, there you go, Kristina. Are you unmuted? Yes, you are. What state are you representing from?
Oh, I'm here in California avoiding wildfires.
Oh my goodness, isn't that crazy? I heard that some of the fires was started by somebody doing a gender reveal party. Did you hear that?
Never do one.
I don't know going on. I'm not going to tell anybody to gender reveal or not to gender reveal. But, you know, I will wait until the baby or the person got older so they can tell you what gender that they want to represent. That's just my personal opinion. Okay. All right.
I'm with you.
My pronouns are she, her, you know, and I like to also add the grand diva to that. Okay, so Kristina, I know that everyone is doing monologues that they wrote, and that many of our fabulous performers today have their own shows and they have things going on. What would you like to shout out before you start your monologue, and what should we know about it before you start?
Okay, so this was something I wrote with my husband, and it's just kind of evolved. As a lot of you probably know, there have been a lot of writing prompts put out there over this time in quarantine to keep us going creatively. And this evolved out of one of those writing prompts. And we thought, oh, well, what would it be like to meet the receptionist who runs Purgatory? So here, it'll make sense when you hear it all. But yeah, I'm Kristina Miller-Weston, and I'm doing another show at the end of the month called Lost and Found. Will be fun. You can find it on Facebook. We also had a Broadway World press release for super fancy, not really. But that'll be fun. It's the lost songs of Frank Wildhorn, so that's a good time. But yeah, go check that out. And my handles on social media are at KoolBeans, KoolBnz. And yeah, that's where you can find me and find my stuff on the YouTubes and on the Instagrams and all the things.
Okay, that is fantastic. Now, my dog, Smokey, stop that. He's being very non-compliant with my Zoom life right now. Please forgive him. All right. Now, if you're just not joining, I'm introducing our first fabulous performer. This is a fundraiser for the New Jersey School of Dramatic Arts. Everyone that is performing tonight has some type of involvement with the New Jersey School of Dramatic Arts. They are teachers. They are former students. They are colleagues. They are, like me, individuals who love New Jersey School of Dramatic Arts. So without further ado, your first performer, your first actress of the evening, the one, the only, Kristina Miller-Weston.
Hi, you've reached the offices of Tori and Perga. Please hold. Hello, this is the office of Tori and Perga. Please hold. This is the office of Tori and Perga. Please hold. Hi, you've reached the office of Tori and Perga. Thank you for holding. How may I direct your call? Sorry, Mr. Reaper is out of the office right now. Can I take a message? No, sir, I don't know when he'll be back. Well, sir, if you have been watching the news, you'd probably noticed that Mr. Reaper's been a little busy. We've taken on 25,000 new cases in the last 24 hours, and at least 1% of them are ending in litigation. Well, that just eats into Mr. Reaper's time. That mixed with the kneeling cases, and well, some of 2020 has just been way busier than it was supposed to. And with all the furloughs, oh, well, we are overstretched and understaffed. Oh, absolutely. I'll let him know you called, Mr. B. Elzebub. And does he have an extension at which to reach you? Well, that's easy enough to remember, isn't it? Absolutely. I'll let him know you called. Thank you. Hi, you've reached the offices of Tori and Perga. How may I direct your call? Yes, we're open 24/7, 365 days a year. No, never closed. No, that's not a silly question. You'd be surprised at how often it gets asked. Absolutely, my pleasure. Third time today, can you believe it? Hi, you've reached, oh, Mr. Perga. Mr. Tori is on the phone with the president, sir. Can I have him call you back? Yes, sir, still. I'm sure there's lots to talk about. Oh, just have him come by your office. Will do. Thank you, sir. Hi, you've reached the offices of Tori and Perga. Please hold. Hello, you've reached the office of Tori and Perga. Please hold. Hi, this is the office of Purgatory and Associates. How may I direct your call?
Okay. You know what? I love that line you slid in there about, oh, he's meeting with the president. I'm just putting that out there. I loved it. It was fantastic. To think that someone is taking phone calls during the pandemic and all that we have going on, and the thousands and thousands and thousands of people that have passed, as a result of COVID-19. It really hit hard for me. It was funny and moving at the same time. And I'm so glad that you and your husband decided to pin that as part of the writing prop. Once again, arts heal, art saves lives. Because I'm telling you, I don't know about you, Kristina. Now, if I wasn't a performer, I think I would be in jail for murder.
Oh, most definitely.
Definitely. See, I see a lot of people in the Zoom universe waving their heads up and down, agreeing with us. So once again, fabulous people of the Zoom universe, that was Kristina Miller-Weston with an original piece about purgatory. And being the receptionist, I thought it was hilarious and moving and very enlightening.
Ah, shucks. Thanks.
Now please go in the chat area and put in all your information. I know you said it at the top of the when we was talking initially, but people need to get a hold of you. And for those of you who don't know, she's also in California dodging wildfires. So please, people, no more gender reveal parties, no more shooting up stuff up into the atmosphere when you know it's a drought. Ain't nobody got time for all of that. Okay. All right. If you are just now joining us, if you're on the Zoom meeting, universe call, or you are on Facebook, or you are on YouTube, my name is Dr. Helena D. Lewis. I'm the former host of Verses at the Nuyrocian Poets Cafe, and I'm also a proud student, a former student of the New Jersey School of Dramatic Arts. I actually trained improv training there for over a year and was part of On the Spot. And people always ask me, be like, oh, you're a good host. I say, but thank you. You should take an improv class. No, you don't have to go to New York. You can go to New Jersey School of Dramatic Arts, right there on Bloomfield Avenue in Bloomfield, New Jersey. And this is a fundraiser. If you have not done so, if you can donate $1 or $1 million, we'll take it. Please go to NewJerseyActors.org and please donate whatever you can. All right, y'all. We're moving on to the next performer. Let me see, Mr. Frank Jimenez. Where are you on my screen? Hi, Frank. Okay, I'm gonna ask to unmute you.
Hey.
All right now, Mr. Jimenez. Are you unmuting? He's not unmuting.
Hey, how you doing?
Oh, I'm muting the wrong person. Hey, how you? I'm being nosy. I'm all up into your background there. I see a cat. I see a bed. What you trying to say with that bed back there? And keep it clean.
It's just you know what I mean. It's just style, right? It's fashion. It's decorative.
I ain't mad at you. All right, now what state are you reporting in from?
I'm reporting from Philadelphia, baby.
Philadelphia. Is it true what they say that y'all have the best cheesesteak, assuming that you're not a vegetarian?
Yes, it is all true.
You heard it from the man from Philadelphia. Now, Frank, if you would be so kind, what piece are you doing for us? This is part of your original work, a play that you wrote. Okay. What's the name of the play?
So it's an original piece. It's just called Anxiety. It's about, we have so many problems with anxiety, especially in such crazy times like we have with COVID-19 and so much going on in the world where we're anxious, right? So I know for me, anxiety plays a huge part in my life, so it feels like a relationship. So this piece is about breaking up this toxic relationship with anxiety.
Okay, I can relate to that, because if you sneeze around me, I want to spray Lysol on you. Ooh, people, I'll be like, what? Where's your mask? Nobody got time for that. All right, all the way from Philadelphia. And Frank has said it. He said they have the best Philly cheesesteak. So him and Will Smith from the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, who is now making mucho dollars doing whatever it is he's doing, also agrees as well. So, Mr. Frank, go ahead with your monologue from your play.
Thank you. Listen, no, okay, you don't get to sit there and judge me, okay? Least of all, not me. God, would you just shut up? Just shut the fuck up for just 1 second, please. Just this once. I've listened to you my whole life. I've dedicated my entire life around you. I don't even know how long it's been. Really, I don't. Look, I know you've been there for me as long as I can remember. But I'm tired. I'm so fucking tired. Like, and I know you think you're helping, by staying by my side. Because when I wake up every morning, rise and shine, you're right there. When I walk into a room full of people, you're always in the crowd. When I'm in front of a stage, yeah, you're front and center. When I go and talk to a girl, wow, you're really supportive then. I mean, who needs a therapist when they have you, right? Wrong. You're not helping. You never have. And this us, I just can't do it anymore. Why? Why? Okay. Are you just... Why? Because, well, let's see. When I'm in front of a stage, do you remember what you tell me? You're an imposter. That's what you said to me. Or when I walk into a room full of people, you whisper to me, everybody secretly hates you. Or, when I'm just this close of finally sharing my joy with somebody, you hug me real tight. And you tell me they're never going to feel the same way about you. And I believe you. I fucking believe you. And, that's... I hate you. But I love you. Because you're a part of me, And I forgive you. For all of it. And that's why, starting today, from this day on, we're done. Okay? I'm gonna make my own decisions. Make my own choices. You're not gonna sit there and judge me or dictate my actions anymore. Because I'm fucking done listening to you. Okay? It's your turn to listen. So you're gonna sit there, quiet as a mouse, and you're gonna let me live my life to the full potential that I was always meant to. You got that? We're done. Thank you.
Ooh, oh my God, I felt that all up in here. I don't know. I'm an essential worker, okay? And when I never had anxiety until all this started going on. Like, I work with people who are incarcerated. I'm not getting involved with all that. Release people early, release people not early. I'm just letting you know I felt that. And I work with so many people, Frank, who they have anxiety disorders and they never feel normal. And this is just, some people are just hardwired that way. Some people are victims of domestic violence or sexual assault, or they have complex trauma, and that anxiety kicks in. This is a fantastic book. I don't know if you feel like doing any extra reading, anyone out there, but it's called The Body Keeps the Body Keeps the Score. It is about trauma and anxiety. And Frank, I felt that. Like, if I was doing an art therapy class, I would use your monologue to process the client's feelings and everything else. Good work. The social worker in me wants to give you a virtual kiss. Mwah.
Thank you so much. I'll take it.
Oh my goodness. Ooh, ooh, I get me a little chills there. Wow. Listen, y'all, if you are just now tuning in, my name is Dr. Helena D. Lewis, and I have the pleasure of hosting this fundraiser for the New Jersey School of Dramatic Arts. What did you say? There's a dramatic school of arts in New Jersey? Yes, there is. You don't have to travel to New York if you don't want to. You can take a class right here in Northern New Jersey on Bloomfield Avenue when we open back up. And that is another reason why we are doing this fundraiser. Also, we are doing classes online, and you can go to njactors.org and register for one of our fantastic online classes. We want to also make sure that when we can open up fully, we can bring you a full range of classes for our little tweens all the way up to our adults, and I like to say our seasoned professionals. Sometimes we need to come back and take a class too. You just heard the fantastic Frank Jimenez all the way from Philly. For those of you who don't know, that's in Pennsylvania. Thank you. All right, now I'm going to my list of fantastic performers today, and we are going to go in with Hele. Oh, wow. Your first name and your last name rhymes. Did you know that? Can I
pronounce Kylie Healy, so unfortunately they don't rhyme. I'm
sorry, I said it differently. Bad host. Miss Kylie, first of all, let me tell you, darling, your lighting is fantastic. It is so fantastic. We're going to give it a new name. We're going to call it Fanboobulous. Yes. Okay. What state are you reporting from?
New Jersey.
New Jersey. Okay, hold up. Northern or Southern, or do you ascribe to that notion that there's a central New Jersey?
I think North. I'm not from New Jersey, so yeah, North, I think.
Okay. Well, please do not tell anyone where you're living that specifically because, stalkers. Okay. All right. Now, you're doing an original piece, correct?
Yes.
Is this from your one-person show, or this was like something that you did as a prompt?
Mostly just trying to write after everything going on in 2020. So this is just my attempt to get back into it, I guess.
Okay, all right. I ain't mad with you. All right, everybody out there in the Zoom universe, everybody out there on Facebook land, everybody, like y'all can see me moving my hands, everybody out there on YouTube, introducing our next performer, Kylie. Yes, I said it right. I'm so excited. Okay, go ahead with your bad self. Bam.
I'm trying to write these big scenes, these moments of revelation and clarity, and I'm struggling because it's conflict, it's confrontation, two things I've done my best to avoid completely. How can I write my characters to speak their minds and face their demons when my own sit on my chest and keep me silent? I feel like a fraud. I've wanted to be this great American novelist, but my life is so small and quiet. Quiet because I'm quiet. Because I avoid answering people and speaking my mind or having an opinion or having anything to say at all. I wake up, I get ready, I drive, I sit, I work, I drive, I sit, I eat, I sleep. The moments I speak in between are nothing. Please, thank you, a large coffee, hold the elevator. None of it is worth writing down. And the moments of inspiration I do have during this boring, menial trudge are from watching other people live the life I want. But like the literal fly on the wall I am, I don't know what I'm seeing, not really. I watch a woman cry because she got a bad phone call. I fill in the blanks. I assume it's a boyfriend or the doctor. I assume those things could make someone cry, but I wouldn't know. I've never gotten that phone call. I see her try to pick up the pieces of her life that had shattered within seconds of answering the phone. It starts with her hands, smoothing over her hair and face and clothes like her broken pieces were made of sand and not glass. I see her take in big gulps of air in and out, like she's trying to remember how to breathe. Her eyes, which were wet and puffy, she pats down and wipes away. And it's like that moment where she lost who she was entirely never happened. I can watch those things. I can see what pain does to someone, but I can't understand what made her break down. Not really. Even if she told me that it was a phone call from the bank taking her home, I'd just be guessing as to what that did to her on the inside. Insides are the struggle. It's all a guess. Educated, maybe, from watching and listening, but it's still a guess because my insides are empty, hollow. How can I write anything when I don't feel anything? Done.
Let me tell you what people are saying up there on the Facebook. Okay, we're getting excellent. Okay. Oh wow, this is dope. Somebody else said this is some real shit. Yes. Everybody that is listening on YouTube and on Facebook, my name is Dr. Helena D. I'm the host of The Show Must Go On. This is a fundraiser for the New Jersey School of Dramatic Arts. If you would like to donate to our organization, please go to njactors.org and donate what you can, from $1 all the way up to $1 million. And if anybody want to pay off my student loans, just let me know. It's not that much yet. It's like I owe them a kidney and an ovary, but it's not that much. Okay, girl, that was so powerful. And how can you write when you feel empty inside? That monologue spoke to me in many ways, because like about a month ago, not even in March, when all this really popped off, when I really realized that every day I was leaving the house, I was putting my life in jeopardy, working, in the correction systems. I stopped writing. I stopped performing like we all did. And I was off-centered. And someone came to me and said, you know what? Start writing again. You don't have to, even if you just write in your journal, hey, I'm alive today, start writing again. And I've really loved that monologue. I'm seeing thumbs up from people out there in the gallery, and people already here, like I said, in the YouTube, Facebook world, they are blowing you up. Fantastic work wherever you might be living at in New Jersey.
Thank you very much.
Okay, and you are also a student of New Jersey School of Dramatic Arts, or are you a student of Beth Bauer? From
both. I did graduate from New Jersey School of Dramatic Arts, and she was one of my teachers.
Now, you might be a little biased, but would you say the New Jersey School of Dramatic Arts is the best acting school?
It is, yeah, so far. It is my best and only, but yes, very best.
Okay, you heard it live right here. Everybody from New Jersey is saying they go to New Jersey School of Dramatic Arts. What you say? You live in California? What did you say? You live in Florida? What you say? You live in England? Do not worry. Go to NewJerseyActors.org. We have online classes. How you doing? All right now. Please, I see a lot of people are chatting it up and saying good job on Facebook and YouTube. But we need some of your money. You don't got to give us a lot. Give us $1. If you can give us $5, we'll take it. If you can give us that $1 million and pay off my student loans, we will take it. Okay. Once again, if you're just now tuning in, my name is Helena D. Lewis. This is a fundraiser for New Jersey School of Dramatic Arts. I am a proud former member of their improv troupe. People always ask me all the time, how did you get into hosting? What advice do you have for me? And I always tell them, you should take an improv class at the New Jersey School of Dramatic Arts. Real talk, my hands on 1,000 stack of Bibles. I say that all the time. Okay, we want to keep the love going with The Show Must Go On, because we want to hashtag spread good drama, and we are keeping the show going with Mr. Lawerence Dandridge. Please.
There we go.
I said it right. Oh my God. not to blow your spot up, but in tech rehearsal, you was on time and you was driving and walking. So you are not in New Jersey. You are in what state?
I am in Florida right now.
In
Orlando today.
Just landed today, and he loves New Jersey School of Dramatic Arts so much that they're part of his tech walking and talking, and now he done put himself together, got the light in it, everything. Yes. Okay, please, just because I'm nosy and I want to live vicariously through you, what are you doing in Florida? Are you working? What's going on?
This is a spontaneous trip. This is my birthday month, so I've been trying to keep myself present and spontaneous and all the things. So I got an invite yesterday, so here I am today.
I'm not mad at you. As my clients tell me all the time, YOLO, you only live once. Enjoy your best life, and happy birthday to you. Yeah. That's all you're gonna get because I can't sing. Okay. I don't want to scare anyone. They be like, we're not gonna donate to that school. Their musical art department is whack. I cannot sing, but give us your money, honey. Okay, now, Lawerence, this is an original work that you're doing from a one-person show that you wrote, or for a monologue?
As of right now, this piece is a standalone piece.
Okay.
It is actually the most recent work that I have written. So I am excited to be able to kind of crack this out for this specific audience for this specific time. And yeah, I foresee that this piece will eventually grow into a bigger work, but this is just some of the inner workings of where the inspiration came from.
Oh my goodness. Okay. Well, I feel privileged that you are willing to showcase it right now for us. And to everybody out there, I just want to say one thing. Okay. These artists have worked really, really hard. Do not think that you can take our work and hijack it, because we will come and find you. Okay. I just want to put that out there. Okay. Everyone, Zoom, Facebook, YouTube, presenting Lawerence Dandridge.
My great-granddaddy on my mama's maternal side was Métis, French-Canadian and indigenous. He came from a family so light they could pass for white in a color-driven world if they chose to. I guess that privilege seeped down somewhere into my bloodstream, somewhere in my broad forehead and my curly hair. I was born sure that love was mine to choose, the pick of the litter. So when he approached me, I didn't blink twice, think twice, like my mama's snug as a bug in a bug, smug, and her Canadian delusion of what choices really looked like. Stumbled across a brown Navy man who was a tad bit darker than she preferred her coffee to be. And me, barely 17, contemplating a connection with a budding Marine. Had I known how these parallels would meet, I would have asked more questions, treaded more delicately. My great-granddaddy on my mama's paternal side was a sharecropper, likely the child of a former slave, as was his wife. Always wondered what set of choices they felt like they had. My mama's daddy, just 17 when he joined ranks. This black boy, barely a man, sailing across the seas, fighting in wars this country would never fight for him. What was he fighting for? Could he have foreseen himself entering the dance just by chance and meeting what he instantly knew was his destiny? And that despite rejection at first sight, his fight would be projected in front of him. And this pretty Canadian nurse who could not quite yet see the choice in this Southern American man. And me, decades after this story had written itself, found myself scribing some chapters about myself. A fascination with words and their beauty must be another trait that my Nan and I share. Woven together intricately can turn scribbles into sonnets,
Mm.
sketches into skyscrapers. My granddaddy, in all his gall, told her that she would be his wife before departing on leave the next day. Over the course of a year, they wrote letters back and forth. Somewhere in his words, my stubborn grandmama fell in love. I wonder which letter broke the seal. What phrase unlocked the gates and allowed his possibility to seep through? Did she feel it immediately? Could she recall the day? I could. A January night, months after boot camp had begun, from an airport somewhere in this country, this black boy, barely a man, called my phone from a number I did not recognize and a voice I had known so well, just to tell me he was safe and that he was thinking about me. Me. I don't recall what words I chose to speak, but I remember choosing love in him, for him. And in choosing that, I was choosing so much more. After that year of sending love letters through the sky, my granddaddy made good on his declaration. He asked my great granddaddy on my mama's maternal side for his daughter's hand in marriage, and he obliged. Somewhere in his light-skinned, métis white pride and privilege, he recognized the power and choice in choosing love, love for self, love in others, the kind you can feel, the kind you can see. And that love has produced so many branches that extend to me. It's in the hope that all love stories will end with a happy ending. Just like my grandparents, that's what keeps my pen moving. But some stories just end. Now, I chose to love this man. Love him to the fullest capacity that I could as a young man. And he tried to love me to his fullest. But he is not my grandfather. Now, the fight he found in my Nan, this man couldn't see in me. Or that fight wasn't strong enough to win against his own. Now, together we survived wars, extended tours, gunshot wounds, financial fraud, theft. But in the end, I'm the only one of us alive to reminisce. I don't know much about soldiers and war, but I'm sure my gramps would agree with me. The difference between Alzheimer's and PTSD is one allows you to forget, and the other one haunts you. Both can and will take you out. But neither is a choice. So if love and life, honestly loving, fully living, and happiness and empathy, if it's a choice, sometimes one you don't make on purpose, even if it leads to heartbreak and sadness, confusion, and eventually clarity and peace, as fleeting as these things seem. I choose this every time. Yeah. I wouldn't rewrite a thing.
Mm. What? Oh, wow. You know, I love the intersectionality that you did with genealogy, race, privilege, war, and the hope or the self-actualization of finding love and being in love. You know, uh, you just wove all those things together so perfectly. And wherever you decide whether you're going to do this as a standalone or you're going to make it into a full-fledged production, please let me know so I can buy a ticket to support you, because people always be forgetting, oh, can I get a ticket? No, I got bills to pay too. Buy a ticket.
Absolutely.
Sometimes people are so trifling, they'll be asking for free tickets for a free show. Like, it's a free show and you want a free
everybody's trying their best. We got to hold everybody accountable.
Well, yeah, but you know what? Oh, Mr. Lawerence, because I can't just Mr. Lawerence, fan freaking tastic. Let's see what the Miss Beth said. What a gift you are, a gift. Oh, I love Miss Beth has such a way with words. Like, you could be having a bad day and she'll just say something and it'll just make you feel like, yes, I can do it, because Miss Beth believes in me. People on YouTube world and Facebook are blowing you up. George said, excellent, excellent. 3 exclamation point and 2 happy faces.
Period. Thank you.
Yeah. Please, and everyone who performed, Mr. Lawerence and everyone that performed, please make sure you put your information up in here in the chat so we know where we can find you and where we can support you. Okay. It's his birthday month, and he is here support New Jersey School of Dramatic Arts because he, like myself and all the other performers, we love Beth Bauer. We love New Jersey School of Dramatic Arts, and I think it's very important, and I might be biased, and I'm going to tell you why I'm biased. I'm biased because I spent a lot of time performing in New York, and people always say to me, like, you take acting classes, what do you study at, X, Y, Z. And when I tell them that I was at New Jersey School of Dramatic Arts, they're like, there's an acting school in New Jersey? And I'm like, yes. And they have won several awards, and you will not waste your time or your energy going down there to be a part of that school. And I love the bathrooms. You ever been in a space and the bathroom is a little suspect? I'm like, what's going on in here? I have never seen that bathroom in a horrible state. It's always been like somebody was just in there scrubbing on the floors. I'm a germaphobe, and in the era of COVID-19, when they open up, we want to keep the bathroom clean. How you doing? Thank you for listening. This is what I call cheap therapy right here. How you doing? All right. If you're just joining us, my name is Dr. Helena D. I'm not a medical doctor. I have my doctorate in social work. I'm a licensed clinical alcohol and drug counselor. I'm a licensed I'm licensed in about almost everything. I said, but what I do, a lot of people don't know, is that I do qualitative research, and I write about incarceration and social justice issues using social work theories. And I was just so happy that Miss Beth, I call her Miss Beth. You know, I was taught when you respect somebody and they're giving you knowledge, you call them Miss, Sir, Mr., you give them that respect. Miss Beth, when she reached out to me, I was like, yes, I would do this hands down. Plus, in this era of COVID-19 and George Floyd and the elections and everything we got going on right here, we need stuff like this. We need to be connected to people. We need to share our ideas. We need to let other people know that it's not just us. All right, enough with me talking. I can't wait to get to the next performer, and hopefully I will not mispronounce this person's name. Hank Fandel, I'm hoping I said your name correctly. Let me find you. Okay. Hi, Hank. Can you hear me?
I sure do.
Hi.
Hello. Yeah, that was perfect. That's the name is right. Hank Fandel.
Okay. How are you enjoying the night so far?
Awesome.
Oh my God. I'm so blown away by all this time. I wish I could see everyone in person, but these are the times. Mr. Hank, what state are you checking in from?
I am in New Jersey. or myself.
New Jersey by yourself? Okay.
North Jersey,
North-
around, not too far from the New Jersey School of Dramatic Arts, actually.
Okay, now we don't want to give out the exact street and location of where you at because we still got stalkers out there. You know what I'm saying? Mr. Hank, I saw a little bit of what you were doing in tech rehearsal. Cannot wait to hear your entire monologue. This is something that you're doing that you wrote. Is it part of a play? Is it something that is a standalone, or did you write it just because Miss Beth called you and was like, Hank, I need you?
No, this is a part of a solo show in development called Max Casimir, I Want to Stay.
Okay, all right. Well, I can't wait to hear the entire monologue. Once again, people, this is a fundraiser for New Jersey School of Dramatic Arts. This show is called The Show Must Go On. And our purpose today, well, we have two purposes. Number one, we want to donate money to New Jersey School of Dramatic Arts. I want you to go on to their website, newjerseyactors.org, and donate what you can, from $1 to $1 million. And if you're donating $1 million, I need you to pay off my student loan because I don't want to give away my kidney. Okay. And we are also want to #spread good drama. So, Mr. Hank, I'm ready to hear the entire monologue. I wish I had some popcorn. It's all about you now.
Thank you. I'm dying, Carl. I am, as we all are, hurtling toward expiration. The anguish of confusion and frustration in life and of the planet not turning as we know it should eats our guts and our souls. How can these manifestations of all or God or the universe actually be real? How are they natural? For certainly everything that is or was or will be is natural. Only that which is not now, never has been, and never will be, is not natural. Nature appears to be revealed post-act. How is it natural then that all these children and women and men are cut and maimed? How is it natural, evidently ordained by nature in the fact that it occurred, that they are read from the fabric of our expectation and knowledge of what is correct? How can that be? Are they whom I should hate? For certainly I should hate someone or something. There should be something in the universe I can wrap my hands and teeth and body around and tear with rage until its essence is vomited and dissipates with all trace, subsumed by the molecules of goodness in the universe, which are the foundation of our expectation and knowledge of what is right. Certainly the problem, the dichotomy between what is and what is right cannot lie in me. There can't really be something so central to our existence and understanding of the universe that we don't know. At that charge, you will witness rage. Against that suggestion, we draw our gun. The supposition of incomplete knowledge and the premise that ignorance is our only enemy only conjures fury, even in the face of the horrors with which we exist and appear to be so profoundly impotent in our effort to ameliorate it. We kill that messenger. Thank you.
Woo! I am flabbergasted. Okay, I don't know about anyone else, but you was all like, okay, Vic, and you just threw yourself into the emotions, the interpersonal conflict of the person. I mean, you took me left, you took me right, you took me high, you took me low. Damn, I don't even know what to say. Like, I look at this. Wow. A great job, Hank. People are clapping it up right here. Yes, you are spreading good drama. Wow. I don't know what to say. I need somebody else to speak for me. Where's Miss Beth? I have to harass Miss Beth. Miss Beth, please. I don't even know what to say. I'm just.
Thank you all for being here.
I'm here.
Oh,
I want to tell you that Hank worked on that piece when it was in its infancy, and I watched him get more and more specific, and this is something he is passionate about. When he first did it for me, I felt like it was way over my head, and then it started to become more and more, it felt more and more essential to who we are. And it really is a reflection of his what he cares about and how he perceives the world, and it's just exciting to watch it get better and better and better and grow.
I don't see how I could get any better. I mean, damn, I don't even know what to say. And if you knew me, well, you know I never shut up. So.
That was the opportunity.
Oh.
It was the opportunity to work with. It was the opportunity.
Hello?
Oh.
Hello?
Who was saying hello?
Someone, Angel, you're here.
Angel,
Oh,
Angel.
oh no. Yo.
Okay. We gotta, sorry about that. Go ahead.
I just wanted to say that it was the opportunity to work with Beth.
No, speak English. Speak.
I'm sorry, y'all. Jason, we need to block Angel. Y'all here? We got somebody blocking.
You
You will not interrupt our fabulous night with your hate. I rebuke you in the name of Satan. Please, Jason, we need to get her off. This person is bugging out. Everyone, do not. Every time she unmutes, I don't know how she's unmuting. Thank you, Jason. First, okay, everybody, I just want to have a moment. When you do good stuff, the haters, they come out. Hank, back on you.
I just wanted to say that it was the opportunity to work with Beth at the Music School of Dramatic Arts in her master class, and I began to improvise that character and start to develop the show. And it's just a great place. And Beth is a genius, and you can't beat it. It's I consider it my creative home in New Jersey.
Oh, you know what? I'm going to say that to everyone that has walked through that doors. I feel like home every time I go down there, even if I'm supporting another show. And I think that's part two, Miss Beth makes you feel like that's where you're supposed to be at. And even though I know Bob is no longer, he stepped down, even with the improv stuff, I always just love going there. It was my safe space, I'm actually kind of sad COVID-19 came around, because I was actually planning on taking some additional acting classes, just because I like to stay on my toes, I like to be on my feet. But Mr. Hank, whatever you decide to do with that, make it longer, make it shorter. I'm looking forward to the ride. Thank you so much. And everyone is saying, Elaine said, wonderfully insightful, wonderful acting and writing. Snaps up for the poets too. All right, y'all, we want to keep the love going. If you're just not joining us, my name is Dr. Helena D. Lewis. My friends call me HDL. I'm not all that impressed with letters, but just know that if there's anything I can do for you, I ain't got no money. If there's anything I can do for you, please ask, and I'll do whatever I can to point you in the right direction. I'm reporting live from my living room. I try to get fancy dancy with my orange background and my lighting, and I learned through the chat the New Jersey School of Dramatic Arts also teaches a lighting course. It's called The Business of the Biz. So yes, I've seen some Zoom stuff that had me scared. So if you are interested in learning about lighting, after the pandemic or during the pandemic or taking an online acting class, you can do so at NewJerseyActors.org. We're asking you to donate money if you can. We know some of us are dealing with a lot. If you can donate $1, we would greatly appreciate it. If you can donate $1 million, we would definitely take it. And if you have $1 million, please consider paying off my student loans. I know I might not know you. I know I just seen you on the internet right now, but please, if you can, pay off my student loans as well. We're going to keep the love going with our next performer to the Zoom universe. Let me find her. Norma, I'm looking to unmute you. I don't. Oh, okay, Norma.
Yes. How are you? Yes, I know it said Bobby Shanks. I'm using his phone, but I'm Norma.
I was not going to blow your spot up. I don't want to get in your personal business.
Good.
But if you have a person who would give you their cell phone, I ain't mad at you. Go ahead. Now, where are you reporting from?
I am reporting from New Jersey as well.
New Jersey yes. In the house. I did a show recently called I'm So New Jersey. Yeah, it was about the poetry scene. It wasn't about the acting scene, but about the poetry scene. New Jersey is well known for slam poets that came out on the scene in 98, 99, 2000, myself included. And I have told each and every last poet that I know to go to New Jersey School of Dramatic Arts and take an improv or an acting class or voiceover class. Like, I love that voice class. I would like to do that again. I'm hoping they're offer that online soon as well. Miss Norma.
Yes.
I would like to know, this piece that you're doing, is it a standalone? Is it part of a play that you wrote? Tell me some more about it before you start.
Sure. I didn't write this play. This is an original piece written by Beth Ann Musiker. A beautiful piece that she wrote, and I have the honor of bringing it to you guys.
Okay. All right. Well, I'm excited, and thank you to the wonderful writer who gave you permission to do their work today.
Yes.
I saw a little bit of what you was doing in tech rehearsal. I was like, she is giving us scenery, darlings. I was like, okay. Yes. So I'm ready. Y'all ready? Y'all ready? Because she's about to blow us away. Okay.
Okay, I'm gonna flip my. Oh, 11:11. Make a wish. 111-333-555-2224444. It's every single day now, really. And I've looked up the numbers 100 times. Angel numbers, they say. Your angels are trying to communicate. Well, what are they saying? What kind of sign? Which angel is it? Which lost relative? I mean, one assumes it's him. But how can one know? There have been so many loved ones lost. And where has his favorite visitors been? Haven't seen our squirrels in a while. And that female cardinal that stared at me every morning for weeks are all MIA. Maybe I'm just getting up too late. All these tasks are tugging at my t-shirt, holding your feet to the fire, as they say. Where did that expression come from, I wonder? Great. Now I'll have to look it up, or I'll be hearing that in my head for the next several hours. Anyways, I can't seem to finish any of the tasks. It's not in any way joyful, merely dutiful. Well, what can one do now that we're at home indefinitely? I keep hearing Maxine Waters in my head protesting that she's reclaiming her time, which seems to have me feel connected, that I'm reclaiming my space. There's a strange freedom in all of this. I mean, there are no arguments in this solitary process. I mean, if you don't count the arguments and bargains I have with myself. Keep, give away, toss, 3 piles, you can do this. Just don't make love to every item or it'll never get done. But just get it done, please. You never could do it. Although I can, I fear that I am tossing something I'll regret simply because I don't know the significance of everything or its origin. I keep saying to myself, he was warned routinely. So, if you do not clean or purge this house or garage before you die, I will be left to do it, which is A, unfair, and B, I make no promises that I will go through every item in every box, except to look for hidden cash. I will take a quick look, make a decision, and move on. So the future of your treasures is really up to you. Thank you.
Yay!
Yeah, spot on. Listen, since you gave us some scenery, I decided to give you a costume change by changing my glasses.
I appreciate that.
Yeah. Oh my God. That was, can I ask you, well, I'm going to ask you anyhow. When you were speaking to the person who wrote this monologue, right, did you specifically ask the person to do this piece, or did the person say, here, can you do this one?
Well, Beth sent over to me 3 of her pieces, and Beth recommended for me to look this over, and I read it and I fell in love with it. Okay. It's a beautiful piece. So, I mean, Beth was right on. Yeah, she gave me 3 and she said, take a look at this one. And I said, yeah, this is nice. So shout out to you, Beth Ann.
I love the line that she wrote with Maxine Waters, reclaiming my time. And, and when you historically look at women in the Congress and the Senate, they have always had to fight all the way back from when Shirley Chisholm was the first African-American senator. And even now in 2020, like I had the pleasure of meeting AOC. She came to one of my shows in the Nuyrocian Poets Cafe, and to see her standing there holding her own. But I loved how you used the space. I love how you was packing the boxes. I just loved everything about it. And you have taken classes at New Jersey School of Dramatic Arts?
Yes, I graduated from there. Yes. Beth was one of my teachers, along with Bob Sapoff, along with Ted Wrigley, Lynn Lagone, great group of people. Great staff. Love them. Shout out to y'all.
and you know what else I was just thinking about? Everyone who came together to unite for the New Jersey School of Dramatic Arts. I think sometimes people don't unite until there's there's some bad news. You know, I love the fact that we can come together. You know, the school is still virtually open. We want to keep the school open, but everyone is just talking about how much they love Miss Beth, and for us to be able to give Miss Beth her flowers, and for her to hear from our mouths to her Zoom ears how much we love you. You know, all you got to do is call. You know, you know how to get me. You even got my work number, Miss Beth. Most people don't even have that. You know, so thank you all for participating in this, but we are not done. We have 3 more people who have to perform, 3 more artists. I know sometimes people be like, call me an actor, call me an actress. I'm no artist, I'm this and that. So I don't want to offend anyone, because I know people have different ways that they want to say their how they want to be introduced. So if I'm saying anything wrong, please feel free to correct me so I can use the appropriate terminology. I call myself an artist because although I can't sing, I do many, many, many different things. But I don't do them all for free, honey. How you doing? Okay. Okay. Now, before I
Yeah, we can't hear you.
Thank you. You missed my glass change, and you missed me mispronouncing Stephen's last name. Stephen Primero, did I say it correctly?
Yes, you did. I just nodded because I was like, I think they're talking about me, but I'm just gonna nod.
To read the lips and saw me say Steve.
Yeah, I was like, yes.
You know, this is the funny thing about doing these shows. Like sometimes technology doesn't always work out.
I completely understand you.
Yeah, but I think that we're chucking along and we're doing quite well. I mean, we had that idiot that wanted to disrupt our Zen-like universe, but we're gonna let
child.
It was a child. You know the person personally. Somebody need to, excuse me, I'm gonna say it. I don't care. Go ahead and report me to DCP&P. Somebody need a whooping. Okay, all right. Stephen, what state are you reporting from?
I am reporting from Philadelphia, Pennsylvania.
Oh my God, do you know Frank?
I don't. That's so funny. No, I do. He's my roommate.
What? Shut the front door.
Yeah, we're not in the same house though right now.
Okay, all right. Well, you're self-quarantined in the different areas.
Yeah, sort of.
Okay.
I'm dog sitting.
You're dog sitting? But yo, you got to make the money any way that you can. I imagine. Oh, but how does one dog sit and not fall in love with the dogs? Like,
well, it's my sister's dog, so I have rights.
Oh, okay. Got it.
I have rights.
Now, what you're going to perform for us, is this a standalone? Is this something that you wrote for a prop? Or this is part of your one-person play? Please give us the juicy details.
Sure. So first and foremost, this is part of a way bigger piece. I am a film producer and also screenwriter, along with Frank Jimenez. Together we have created this film collective here called The Five Stands, which is a diverse artist film collective group here. One of the first as far as like people who kind of come from a sort of DIY homegrown scene. And yeah, so this sort of piece is part of a larger piece that I've been sort of kind of working on for the last couple of years. And this sort of piece talks about, I was inspired by how quarantine made us sort of open up certain cans in our certain relationships, day-to-day relationships, whether they were friendships, siblingships, romantic relationships, and how because of our confined time and many people had to be confined together, that caused so many things to sort of kind of come out. So that's sort of what this monologue is about today.
Okay, well, I am looking forward to hearing it. And I'm sure Frank might have heard it before today since he's your roommate, but he's not there with you right now.
I'm here in spirit.
You're there in spirit. Okay, he's there in spirit, and everybody in the Zoom universe and everyone in YouTube land and everyone on Facebook, we are ready to listen to what you have to say, Mr. Stephen. It's on you.
Yeah, I can't get something off my mind. Yeah, something you've said. Something you've said. Yeah. I keep replaying this memory of us arriving in Maryland the first time. There wasn't a reason why it would linger on me, but it did. I can still hear the music from that night. I remember every single conversation I had with every guest. I mean, the things they would tell me as if they knew me their whole life. And the dinner. Do you remember the dinner? I remember the dinner. I could not believe how delicious it smelled. I mean, and the wine. I never had anything like that before. It was perfect. It was luxury. All for me to welcome me into your family and into this. I looked at you, ready to do whatever you needed of me. And do you know what you said to me? You said, none of this was enough to fill the void of my mother not being here. You know, to see who you've become, to see how important you are, to see who you most loved. See me. Yeah, that part. I can't get that part out of my head. If she was here, would you pretend with her like you do with me? It's not me. It can't be me. I'm not you. No one is, and that's why I love you. But you see, I can't help but fear why I'm here. Is it what I do for you? What about this? This right here. Do you even remember? Raymond was good to me. Doesn't matter if I was left on my own. I don't care if he heard me, he saw me. Okay? For who I was, not what. All my life I've been someone's resource, when all I ever hoped for was to just be someone. Yours. Tell me. What am I to you? Thank you.
Ooh. Steven, I was so like looking at your eyes the entire time. You know, I saw every emotion, every up and down, all up in your eyes. And you know what I loved about this monologue that you did? You took your time. Those pauses were perfection. They weren't rushed. They were natural. They were just like, was pulling me in and in. And I'm not like, I don't direct anything, you know what I'm saying? I do, you know, coach slam people from time to time. But I'm giving you kisses all through the Zoom. Well, you know, if I was at work, I'd be like, no Priya. But, you know, fantastic work, Steven. Fan-freaking-tastic. Ooh, please, everyone, all of my fantastic performers, if you have not done so, please put your information in the Zoom group chat. We want to make sure that people can find you. Also, if you're sharing this in the YouTube, let me get grammatically correct. If you are sharing this feed on Facebook and on your YouTubes, make sure you also put that information on the live feed as well. People need to be able to find everyone that has been performing tonight. I'm just so blown. This is this is what I needed. This is better than TV. This is better than me sitting on the front porch looking at my neighbors argue and trying to figure out who is smoking weed in the backyard. Not my backyard. It's 2 houses over. And why are you not sharing it with me? I'm just putting that out there. Thanks for listening. Chief Therapy. Okay. All right. We are going to keep the performers going. We have this next performer. I actually know him personally. I don't know if Elijah knows this, but Elijah, many moons ago, you was performing at Essex County Community College, and you were in one of the talent shows, and you did a poem, and you ended up winning the category. And I later find out from Rob Hilton or another performer that after you left the school, you went to this open mic and you showed everybody the trophy. And I was like, it was well earned. And I'm so happy to see you develop and grow, because a lot of times people get pigeonholed into being this type of artist. And I'm so glad that you're writing and you're man up and you're still teaching, giving back. I just love you. Okay, please tell your wife don't come. Tell her don't come cut me. I love you in a sisterly way. All right. And this show is called The Show Must Go On. And Elijah, fitting to the title, is performing out of his car. I was like, that's some gangster shit right there. So if you can, before you do your first piece, I know he's reporting from New Jersey because this is where we live at. We won't say the states because we got stalkers. Excuse me, the towns and streets because we got stalkers. But right. Elijah, tell us about your piece that you're doing. Is this from your one-man play? Is this from something new? Let us know.
All right, so this piece is definitely something new. I wrote it a few years ago, but I've been working on it. I'm actually making it a book. Okay. Of its own. So the book is almost complete. I would say 80% done. I'll be releasing it this fall. Can you guys hear me good?
Yes, we can hear you.
Okay. But yeah, like I'm trying to see what inspired it. I think just my relationship with my students. At this time I was teaching second graders, and the poem just hit me, just my relationship with my students and how the book title is called Every Moment is a Lesson.
Yes.
And the poem is called Superhero. But you know what I learned about poetry, well, the way I write poetry is my poems are monologues because there are so many different stories that I like to share. And I like to thank Beth, and I definitely was a student at NJSDA. I've also done events at the spot, so it's more than family for me. I was doing shows for about 2 years at this spot, actually longer than that, because I also did Man of the Play there. So it's so much that I've been doing, but I'm so grateful. And the cast that's performing the monologues now are just doing an amazing job. I'm just happy I'm a part of it.
Well, I'm so happy that you
And it's good to see you too. I mean, man, I've known you for umpteen years. It's
we won't say how long.
I would say like
that's over 20. That's 20 years. Don't blow my spot up.
Okay.
You know, because when they cost me, darling, they cost me. You know, I'm a different age cohort than what I get cost at, darlings. Let's go. You know, black don't crack. Elijah,
right.
I don't have your contact number, so give it to me afterwards, okay? So we can stay in touch. All right. Everyone in the
I will. I'll send it in the chat. I can message you by yourself.
Definitely. So everybody in the Zoom world, everybody on the New Jersey poetry scene, we are about to introduce.
Right. Am I freezing?
No, you're good. I'm just introducing you. I'm introducing you, Elijah. Okay. Everybody in the Zoom world, everyone out there in the universe, please, my good personal friend and a school teacher, and we need more people to be school teachers, and they need to pay teachers more. Way more than what they're getting. I'm just saying, that's ridiculous what they're getting paid. The one, the only, Elijah Brown. Elijah, can you hear us? Okay, everyone, do not panic. We're having some slight technical.
I can. It was like you were going in and out for some reason.
Okay, we waiting for you to perform.
Okay. You can hear me good? All right, cool. The man who has no imagination has no wings. So how can I expect my students to fly if I don't? I am a superhero to my students. Some of them are gullible to believe anything I tell them, but are smart enough to identify liars, monsters, and strangers. No costume is needed when I show up to work. They are very attentive. I tell them the truth with sprinkles on top. For example, my students ask me, "Where is your costume, Mr. Brown?" And I tell them that I don't own one. My students are so inquisitive. They want to know everything like little detectives. They are not afraid to be first, not afraid to answer any question. Even if they don't know what the question is, they look at me and see Mr. Brown, this superhero who knows everything. Webster's definition of a superhero was a benevolent fictional character with superhuman powers, such as Superman, but I'm just a teacher. Strong with muscles, they see me as this perfect guy who lives in the classroom. Why? Because I am there when they get there, and I am there when they leave. I learned that most of them don't have a man at home, so I take the place of their fathers, even their mothers, because we are together most of the day, creating a universe you wouldn't understand outside of this classroom. Everyone outside of this room is an alien, a bad guy, unless we can identify them as family. I demonstrate to my students why it's important to treat people how they want to be treated, how to get up after they fall and to keep playing. I implement how eating healthy will bring more success. For example, the more grain on your plate equals more grain in your pockets. I teach them the same things my teachers taught me, my superheroes. You see, my students ask me to show them my superpowers, and I tell them that some of my powers don't work on school property. So of course, a student asked me to go down the street and show them. And my reply was, I can't without your parents' permission. You see, I tell them that they are superheroes too, especially the students who haven't realized what their superpowers are, like Antoine. He may not be able to read or identify many letters, but he knows what photosynthesis is. He demonstrates it by being the plant I need to breathe. I see me when I look at him, a younger version. Sometimes I have to turn away so I wouldn't let my tears flood the classrooms. And I know it will be very disappointing to know that I can't do any of those things like walk on walls, fly, or run faster than a speeding train, but let's stop joking. I know my students know I can't do any of those things, but our imagination is built up on hope, possibilities that if we believe it can happen, then it can. However, some adults think differently. They lose faith the minute their wings are clipped, that they can no longer fly, which is why I take my job very serious. Who else will show them what love looks like? Antoine told me that I was his favorite teacher and that he loved me, and it caught me off guard. I responded with, I love you too, Antoine. But I couldn't hold back those tears because he told me no one loved him like I did. He taught me something that I didn't pay attention to when I first started teaching, that children are teachers as well. They will love you with no warnings. They will run up on you and hug you, and at first it may catch you off guard like, oh, what are you doing? Oh, you just want a hug. You see, in my classroom, we experience the world, but I am only the facilitator. My students are the real teachers, and they taught me that superheroes have weaknesses too, and mine is clearly hearing. I love you.
Elijah. Great, great, fantastic. Listen, I'm loving the title of this book that you're writing. Every lesson is a moment. Fantastic. And I just want to say this to all educators out there. This is an exceptionally difficult time and during these unprecedented times, you know, and we're learning how to navigate many things. And when you are frustrated and you're having bad days, remember, we have to keep showing up for our students, where you're doing in-person classes or online classes. And remember, you know, all of our students don't have parents who can assist them. Some of them might have disabilities. Some of them might be drug addicted. Some of them might need a little bit more help. So please be patient with them, especially if we're doing online learning. And to everyone out there that's an educator, you know, I teach at a university. I can't say the name, but my hat's off to you because I know how hard it is. And Elijah, we don't have a lot of men teachers. So for you to step up and be a person of color and to be a male in this predominantly woman focused industry, kudos to you. We need more men, because our young men and our young women who are growing up, they need to see both sides. They need to see strong male models and strong female models. So thank you all, especially all the teachers. Okay, let me shut up with all that. Love you. Okay. All right, y'all.
Love you too.
Oh, love you
Girl,
more.
can I share my username?
Let me
I'm
monologue
sorry, I
about how much
forgot.
I love teachers, and then you forgot to put your stuff in there. Shame on you.
All right, thank you, HDL. All right, so my username is Elijah, spelled correctly, ELIJAHBR85. Um, I'm on every different social media platform, Elijah BR85, Elijah underscore M Brown for Twitter. And the book should be out in October. Pre-orders will be out soon. And Elijah M Brown is my Facebook, but I don't have any space for more friends on Facebook. But Man Up to Play, everything, social media, Man Up to Play. And we are about to start doing virtual shows across the world, because we can't obviously perform on campuses. So we're about to re-record the show to make it more up to date, and then we're about to start performing it that way.
All right, and I'm not mad at you. We have to, everyone that's an artist, and and people who are tuning in, we have to find ways to stay creative and be productive during these times, because the world needs to hear what we have to say. And I believe that the artists, we change the world. We are the ones who bring light to social injustices. We are the ones who can articulate and write stories from marginalized populations and people who don't have their voices. We give them voices. So please continue to find ways to be productive. And while you're doing this, please donate to NewJerseyActors.org. Okay, this is a fundraiser for the New Jersey School of Dramatic Arts located on Bloomfield Avenue. Yes, we're not having any classes on site, but we are doing online virtual classes, and this is a fundraiser. And shout out to the Nuyrocian Polish Cafe for allowing us to team up with them on this important event, this fundraiser, to talk, and not only to fundraise money, but to talk about current social issues. Everyone that performed today was hitting hard on so many different levels, whether you was just focusing on interpersonal issues, or you was focusing on just how to survive in 2020 in the era of Donald Trump. Now, I'm not going to say anything about who to vote for or who not to vote for, but I'm just telling you all that we need to get some different people, and we need to start voting in our best interest. And we need to also not wait for other people to run. We can run for local offices, and we can run for Congress, and we can run for Senate. We can join the parent PTA. Be involved if you want to be part of the change. And that's all I'm going to say. Now, fabulous people in the Zoom universe, all the people on YouTube, all the people on Facebook, I have the distinct pleasure of introducing our next performer. And although she is our last performer, you know what we say, last but not least. Her name is Joan, and I'm Miss Joan. I hope I'm saying your last name correctly. Lipkin? Oh my God, my speech therapist would be so happy. I spent 6 years in speech therapy, from the first grade to the 6th grade. But you know what it was? My parents are from down south, and I'm the only one that was born up here. So they thought I was talking funny and put me in speech therapy. You should just let me be me. You should just let me be me. But Miss Joan, yes, I had the pleasure of listening to some of your, just the opening part of your monologue. And when Miss Beth said you need to close the show, I was like, yes, I'm going to second that motion, because let me just be quiet. Miss Joan, if you'll be so kind, what state are you reporting from?
Well, it is actually what we would call Osage Nation, but it's currently known as St. Louis.
St. Louis, Sean. St. Louis. Okay.
St. Louis is in the house. I just want to tell you, Elle, that you are just doing a phenomenal job of hosting tonight, and your charisma just jumps off the screen. You're really a powerhouse.
Thank you. I appreciate that. Further kudos to the Georgia School of Dramatic Arts. Kudos for them. I don't, this piece that you wrote, is this a standalone? Is this something that you was like, I got to get this off my chest? Is this part of a play?
It is part, I have adapted it for tonight, HDL, but it's actually a little longer. And I first did it almost 4 years ago in LA, and then it got done by other actors all over the country. And I wish I could say that the conditions that drove me to write this had changed, but no, they have gotten a little more extreme. So it is my way of responding. And I think that, you know, women and men respond with frustration in different ways, right?
Yes, I agree with that. And to those, not to those of you who don't know Miss Jones' work, I just met her today virtually, and literally, like, you know how you meet somebody in person or online, and they just have a presence about themselves. I was like, this lady is serious. This lady is about to lay it on us. This lady, and I just heard, I kid you not, maybe like 10 seconds of her monologue, and my mouth was like, what? So without further ado, please sit back and enjoy the work of the one, the only, Miss Joan Lipkin.
Thank you. Thank you, everyone. It's really an honor to be here and to support the great New Jersey School of Dramatic Arts. So, I mean, you have heard about the freshman 15. You know, when people, I mean, well, mostly women, gain weight away from college at the first time, you know, all that pizza, all those late night snacks, and that chocolate, that's when people could go away to college. This pandemic, it's like such a clusterfuck. Oh, I mean, is that okay? Can I swear here? I don't know what the rules are. And can I mention food? I don't want to trigger anyone. Huh? Oh, okay. Well, so I am struggling with the Trump 10 whole pounds since, you know, he took office. I know, it's like first world problems, except that I feel weighed down by my body now as well as my heart. And my friend Carol, she gained 20 pounds. She can't stop eating. She says when she's not crying, she's eating. And Maria is having the opposite problem. She can't eat at all. She says that when she tries to eat, she throws up. She says she's lost 10 pounds. So I say, Maria, did you have to give them to me? And usually we can joke about things, but then she starts crying and says, Jody, that isn't funny. You are not the only one with an eating disorder. Do you think I want to be anorexic? And then so I think, oh God, not only am I fat, but now I'm an insensitive asshole. And this is what he has done. He has wreaked havoc on everything, those detention centers and the travel bans and even my friendships. So I say, Maria, I'm sorry. You know, I'm really sorry. And it's just crazy because every woman I know is having issues with food, right? And I wonder, like, what is it with women and food, except that Colin is drinking instead. He fell off the wagon after three years. And I guess I fell off the wagon too, if being on the wagon is having a normal relationship with food. And suddenly I feel so female, you know? I mean, I know I'm a woman. How could I not? I'm not conscious of it every day, all day long. I mean, I don't wake up in the morning and say, hello, second-class citizen. How are we doing today? No, I mean, I remember and forget. I remember and forget all day long, you know, and almost like in a state of semi-consciousness. Because if I thought about being a woman all day long and how we're actually treated, I would go out of my fucking mind. And with Hillary, I thought things would change. I mean, she spoke facts. She was she wore pantsuits, you know? And I felt inspired by her. I started speaking up more, you know, and I tried not to say I'm sorry when I had an opinion. And I tried not to end every sentence as a question, you know how we do that? And I tried. And then now this. And I do not understand how he can make fun of a reporter with a disability. And how he can rate women by their body parts and how he can insult veterans. And I look at pictures of him and he's so big and loud and white. And I'd gotten used to seeing Barack and Michelle on the front page, and oh, they were so beautiful. And now everybody is white and old, and they're almost all men, well, except for his pseudo-wife, Ivanka. Where are the women? Where am I? So I've been having these nightmares, well, it's really more like sort of my waking state. I'm naked, and like my body is too soft and it's too female, and I keep trying to cover myself, and it's like there's this giant shoe pressing down, those black kinds that tie, right? And it's on my neck, and it's like, oh my God, it's like, those cops in George Floyd. Oh my God. Oh my God. This country, this fucking racist, toxic masculinity. Oh, I used to be happy. I think I was happy. I don't know. Was I just asleep? I mean, I'd say hello to people I didn't know. And now everyone is like suspect. I mean, are they the enemy? Even women, because, white women, over half of these white women voted for him. And I have to say, like, who are these women? Are they so used to being protected or maybe dominated by their husbands that they voted for him for Big Daddy? I can't sleep. I have to learn how to sleep. I have to figure out how to sleep. I have to remember how to eat again. You know what I mean? And I don't know. What is it with women and food? It's like we're stuffing what we might say, what we might feel. Yeah, I'm afraid. I'm afraid. I cannot believe what's going on. Every day it's worse, the Muslims and the militia, and I really don't want to eat. Well, not like this. I mean, if I'm really honest, I want to get really angry and break shit. Yeah, like I want to throw a bunch of glass plates against the wall, and I want to scream. I am so angry. But what does it look like when women get angry? We don't scream. We don't break shit. Maybe that would be better. No, we eat. And all I want is like comfort food, That's all I can think about. And I guess I feel sick. I don't know. I will not let these M&Ms own me. They will not take ownership over me. I will own them. That's right. Oh. Well, God, that's what, right? God, grant me the serenity to accept the things I cannot change, and the wisdom to know the fucking difference. Oh, and would you guys just vote? Just please, just vote. Oh, can I say that? I mean, I don't really know what the rules are here. Oh, okay. Please just vote. Thanks. My name is Jody, and I'm a compulsive overeater. Thank you for listening.
Ooh. Yes, let me give you both fingers a slapping. Poets, we like to snap fingers. I loved it. And it spoke to me on many different fronts, because with me being a social worker and working on the front lines, and just seeing how policies are put in place and how things are voted upon, and we don't always know what is going on. And why as women that we have to constantly fight against people interpretations of who we should be. I'm like, we give birth. You should be glad. There was a woman that gave birth to you. Either she pushed you out through the hoo-ha, or she scarred her stomach to get you to that C-section. And it's like, I'm not male bashing. I love men, my men on this table. I said, but women, our voices have to be heard. Do not be afraid to share your voices. And if somebody has the gall, the nerve, the audacity to call you a bitch for sharing your voice, shame on them. They are not evolved. All right. Woo! I gotta let it go. Let it go. Let it go. I'm not here to social work today. I'm not here to social work. But I have to thank everyone that performed. Miss Joan, Elijah, Stephen, Norma, Hank, Lawerence, Callie, Frank, Kristina, Miller-Weston, who went first all the way from the California, dodging the flames. That please, no more gender reveal parties. I just want to put that out there. I know that a lot has happened tonight. I've been on an emotional roller coaster. And so before I let these emotions take control over me, if you have not done so, please donate to New Jersey ninjaactors.org. This is a fundraiser for the New Jersey School of Dramatic Arts. The school is located on Bloomfield Avenue in Bloomfield, New Jersey. No, you don't have to travel to New York to take an acting class. If you are in New Jersey, you can do that right here in one of the top schools in the nation, hanging out there right there on Bloomfield Avenue. Right. And there's a lot of places to eat around there. Well, right now I don't know what's going on because of COVID-19. But if you want to hone your craft and take acting classes online, you can do so. If you were so moved by anything that was said tonight, I'm telling you, you can also hone your craft online with the fantastic directors and teachers at New Jersey School of Dramatic Arts. And you can be in California, you can be in China, you could be in England, you can be in Australia. You just got to wake up Eastern Standard Time to take the class. Also, the Nuyrocian Poets Cafe, the website is nuyrocian.org. Please go to Nuyrocian Poets Cafe and check out all of the fantastic programming that we have been doing during the pandemic. I want to be in space. I need to connect with people. But if this is the best that I can do right now, let me tell y'all, this filled my heart in so many different ways. And Miss Beth, where are you? I wanted you to unmute because I cannot have the last word to any of this. You are the one who put this all together. You are the one who got these people together. You are the one who many of us came tonight because we love you so. So I would love for you to please have the last word and tell everyone about some of the classes and why it's important to continue to donate to New Jersey School of Dramatic Arts and to take classes.
Well, thank you. You are stunning. You are amazing. And all the performers, just outrageous. I'm so proud of everyone.
Yes.
Now's the time for people to connect. Art is the answer. It's where the truth lives. And we're so separated from each other because of the pandemic, but coming together through art is the way that we remember our humanity and we remember that we're all one people. Our classes are on Zoom. You can visit us at www.njactors.org. You can register online. You can always reach out to us for any questions you have. But you saw the incredible work here, and I am so grateful to these actors and watching them grow. Some of them came with no experience, and then you saw what amazing work was happening here. I'm grateful to the people that are my friends and former colleagues. Thank you for coming and being part of this evening. You are just so gifted, and it was a blessing to us. So HDL, you are among one of the most, the people I follow. You know this. I talk to my students at the high school that I teach at, and I will often read your posts because you're inspirational. And your journey has been one that has just rocked my world. So lots of love to you and to all of the students everywhere. Please join us. we are going to have a home and community for you. You're going to feel part of something. And you'll remember, you know, that we're all creative. We all have a voice. Share your voice. So I think that's all I have to say. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you all. Thank you, Nuyrocian Poets Cafe. Thank you for sharing your work. My name is Dr. Helena D. Lewis. You can follow me at htlpoet.com. If you need to find me on Instagram, Twitter, all that jazz, just put my name in. Something will pop up. I would like to take the liberty of closing with my favorite song from the LaBelles. It's called What Can I Do For You? And I feel like in these crazy times that we all need to be a little more conscious of helping each other and making sure that everyone is okay. My co-host Smokey is barking. Please, if you have not done so, go to NewJerseyActors.org and donate to New Jersey School of Dramatic Arts. My name is Helena D. Lewis. I love you all. Talk to the Nuyrocian Poets Cafe.
Thank you.
Bye, everyone. Thank you for spending time with us. Share this, donate this.
Great work, everybody.
Pay off my student loans too. I need my ovaries and my kidneys. Yes. Look at that.